I just backpacked through nonstop rain, and these are the 4 pieces of gear that I was most thankful that I brought. 2 of those things were direct rain protection. So the first one was the 3F UL poncho, but it wasn't just the regular 3F UL poncho. This is the special one that has the zipper down the front. And I'm gonna tell you what, this zipper makes a huge difference, mainly because I was in kind of a hot and humid area, and to be able to zip down while I was hiking provided that airflow that helped out tremendously without being too stuffy. The other difference that it made was putting the thing on. It was a lot easier to get the poncho on and off. And it also covered not only me, but it covered my pack. So then it didn't require me to carry a pack cover, which saves some weight. The whole thing weighs 8.5 ounces on my scale, but then when you account for not having to bring your pack cover, subtract a few ounces for the pack cover. Also, it's just really well made. The seams are taped. You know, I was like bringing it through brush and stuff like that, and it didn't have any issues at all with durability. Also, the head portion, the hood, has this like heavier weight material in it that makes the kind of like the brim of the hood stand up, and that was also really helpful because the rain wasn't just rolling down on my face into the zipped open part, but instead it was kind of like rolling off of that and then down. It also has a buckle that you can attach it, and that kind of like pulls everything together. So I use the 3F UL zippered poncho for like longer sustained rains where it's going to rain for a while. But if in the forecast is just going to be scattered showers, then I bring the second piece of gear, which is my Gossamer Gear Ultralight umbrella. And this thing is awesome. It's really multi-use, but the main thing I like about it is you can just whip it out super quick. So when those passing showers come through, you just take it out, and you can even bring it out as you're hiking, and you deploy it in seconds. I wouldn't use it in like crazy downpours that last a long time, but for passing showers that are like 20-30 minutes, which happen really often in the mountains. One drawback is it does get a little cumbersome to hold it. They do make this little device that goes here on your shoulder strap and it holds it for you, but I tried it with kind of mixed results. Didn't really help that much. It was kind of awkward. The other drawback is if there's a lot of brush on the trail, you're like constantly kind of leaning down with it and you're ducking from overhanging branches and stuff like that. The Appalachian Trail, where I hike mostly, is pretty cleared out, so it's not really much of a problem there, but I could see how other trails have more brush and stuff. It might be. But the other great thing about the umbrella is that you can use it for sun as well. Meadow crossings and stuff like that, to get the sun off of me. I don't really like wearing sunscreen, but I want to protect my skin from sun, obviously. So bringing that umbrella out helps a lot, and it drops the temperature big time. It's only 6 ounces. Highly recommend that umbrella, or there's other similar brands as well. I can vouch for the Gossamer Gear one though. It's pretty durable, good construction, never had any issues with it or anything like that. The next piece of gear that I really couldn't live without out there in the rain was my DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Actually, maybe it's just the Action 5 Pro. I don't know, the names of these things get really crazy. But this thing is awesome. Number one, it's only 5 ounces. Number two, the battery lasts forever. It seems like it just keeps going. I didn't have to charge this the entire trip, and I took tons of photos and videos, time lapses and hyperlapses too. And this thing is like a little durable brick. I mean, you can drop it, you can completely submerge it in the water. It's totally waterproof. So I had like a little selfie stick with me, and I had this on top of it, and I just would throw this on my backpack. And remember, it was raining the whole time. This thing was getting water running down all over it. It's no problem at all because it's totally waterproof. Also, just a fun toy to have at camp to do time lapses and stuff. You have a huge, really nice display on the back. You also have a display on the front. And this isn't the latest model, but it's the model now that's on sale. The other thing with this is it saves your phone battery. So I take lots of photos and videos on the trail, and I used to do it with my phone. But then at the end of the day, I had, less battery on my phone, so I had to carry bigger battery packs and stuff like that, which really ends up like equaling the weight of this, which is only 5 ounces. The footage is sharp. It can do 4K, 120 frames per second, so you can get really nice slow motion video, which is pretty cool. Also, the color is really good. It just looks nice, and everything comes out when you open it up on your computer looking really, really good without doing really any color correction or anything like that. All right, so the next piece of gear that I couldn't live without in the rain is my Nylofume bag liners. So I've got, a couple of years ago, I bought a pack of like, I think 3 or 4 of these Nylofume bags. And these are very lightweight. They're like under 1 ounce liner inside of your roughly 50-55 liter backpack. Mine's 55 liters and it fits mine great. These things are super durable. So I anticipated having to like change it out every year. You know, I was thinking it would get pinholes and things like that, but it hasn't. And I've been using the same one now for probably 5 or 6 years. Like they just hold up and they work, and they're super lightweight. At the beginning of every year, what I do is I fill it up with air and kind of try and squeeze it and see if any air comes out. And that way I can tell if there's any holes or anything. And so far there hasn't been any holes. It's held up just great. So what I like to do is I actually use 2 of them. Even though you can get away with using 1 for your entire 50-55 liter backpack, I use 2. I use 1 at the bottom of my pack for like my tent, sleeping bag, clothes, stuff like that I know that I'm not going to get out that much. But then I put another one on the top of my pack for like my electronics, food, stuff like that that I don't want to get wet, obviously, and I might need to access it during the day. That way, if I get caught in that rain and everything gets soaked, then everything's going to be good to go, totally waterproof. And last trip, while I did have my poncho on during the hardest rain, you know, my backpack ended up getting wet from different times when I had to take things on and off, and everything that was in those Nylofume bags was toasty dry. Before I did the Smokies section of the AT, I never really stayed in the shelters. I just thought, you know, I'd rather just pop up my tent and have my own space, and you know, and I didn't really mess with the shelters. But I did the Smokies, and there you're forced to stay in the shelters, and that I think was one of the best things for my backpacking skills, because it got me used to sleeping in shelters. And when I got to camp, when I got to this, I was gonna pop up my tent in the shelter area, and it was pouring down rain, so I decided to stay in the shelter, and I'm super glad I did, because it poured like crazy that night. And when I got up, of course I was perfectly dry, and laying there in that shelter when the rain was coming down, you could hear the rain hitting the roof, was pretty nice. It was nice and cozy, and it was a really good feeling. So I'm really glad that I had that experience in the Smokies, and now going forward, I think of shelters as like a very viable option. Instead of having to break out the tent, set it up, get it soaking wet, and then have to pack it up in the morning and carry it for many miles. All right, guys, those are my 4 pieces of gear, plus the bonus about the shelters. And hopefully this is helpful for you. If you have rain in the forecast, I would encourage you to just go. Okay, you're gonna get some more experience out of it. You're gonna build your backpacking skills, and you'll find that it's not that bad, especially with some of the gear that you choose, maybe some of the items that I mentioned today. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, so these are just ones that I've personally had good luck with. And yeah, so I'll see you guys out there.